Hi everybody and welcome to a recording of Cobra by Geese. Let's get right into it. We're in the key of G. We're going to start with the verse, which is going to run the whole, most of the song is just going to be this little lick, so really get it under your fingers. You're going to have a G, a D, and a G in your left hand, and you're going to I kind of play them freely. You can play them together, you can do the whole thing, you can kind of do a sandwich thing. But the right hand's going to look like this. You're going to have a D, 6, so a D and a B in the right. You're just going to go slowly. E alone, C fifth. So again, really slowly. You're gonna play that 3 times before we get into the baby, let me dance away forever. And basically what that's gonna look like is just, I do it like a E and a C in the right hand and a C and a G in the left hand. Baby, let me dance. So that D, you've jumped in the left hand to a D and an A and an E and an F sharp in the right hand. So baby, let me. Into this G shape with a G and a D and a D and a B. To an E minor. Then repeat. So you play that twice through, and then after you play that twice, the second part of the verse is going to be the same chords, but it's going to look a little different. Just so you know, the verse is basically going to be C, D, G, E minor. You add an A minor there at one point, but if you just want to play the chords, you can really get away with that. So the second part of the verse is going to be this kind of similar shape. It's going to be easier for the first part. It's just going to be E way up here with the C, G, to D, then to that G shape again, and then A minor. Here's the A minor. A, G, C, E, boom, and then you hit that once, and then you add the B up top in your right hand, so you have a C major 7 shape, E minor, then you're back here for that E and C, and you repeat that twice, just like you repeated the first part of the first verse twice. So for sorry. When you land here after the second time, so you're at the end of that second time through the second half of the verse, and you're gonna get into the little chorus, which is basically just like, whatever he wants, his hand. So just C and G, you can get it on your own. You'll see, and then you're back to the verse. So there you play the verse twice, it's a little post-chorus, and then you get into the second verse, which I just play the same way. Again, I'm sort of mixing what Emily's playing on the guitar and my own piano part just to give it a little bit of a fuller sound, because I think on the record, the piano is just really comping the chords. So for that second verse again, we're just gonna have first part, here's the transition to the second part. 3, 4, the A minor. again, this is the second verse, so it's the same. 3, 4. Ignore the fingering. But after you play that the second time, we're back to the chorus, and it's whatever he's got in his hand. Whatever he's got in his hand, you can get it on your own. You can get it on your own. You can get it on your own. You can make the Cobras dance. So just that C, D, C, D, and then you're back to the intro. The intro and the outro are the same, so you're just gonna have that. I just sing, there's a cobra in my hand. There's a cobra in my hand. Back again, cobra in my hand. Back again, cobra. So again, the same, the verse and the outro are the same. At the very end of the song, you're just gonna play that C, D one more time. There's a cobra in my hand, calling me. So again, really just that, the only things you really have to learn are that intro lick, which is, that's gonna be most of the song, and then the verses, which is really, first part, and then the second part, which is of course the. And then finally the chorus, which is just. You can get it on your own. You can get it on. You'll see. So you just learn those 3 parts of the song, and you basically have it. I can do a playthrough if you guys want, but I think those 3 parts are pretty simple, and you can listen and know when to use all 3 of those parts. But if you want a playthrough, of course, I'm happy to make one. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.